Throughout a lot of this course, I've been talking about this magical thing, the shared access signature. Probably about time I get down to talking about what it really is. All right, and the shared access signature is something I highly recommend that you use, particularly if you use it in conjunction with something called a policy that we'll deal with it as soon as we're done with this. So a shared access signature is really, at its simplest point, it's a URI. And you're typically going to tack this onto an existing URL to grant access to a protected container, blob, queue, or table, and it has a specific time interval. Okay? It's going to allow you to have access, it's going to integrate very nicely with the REST API, and it's time limited, which is very nice. Okay? It's going to allow access to the underlying resource, and this is very important, without granting access to the actual storage account key. Remember, you only have 2 storage account keys. They can be used for access to everything, but everything's using those same 2 keys if you're using them, which means if you need to change them, and you will need to change them periodically, particularly if you're using them for a broader set of access, they're going to have to be updated, which means you're going to have a lot of things to update. This, for a lot of access and for granular access, is frankly a much better solution because it's going to allow you to have better control. It's frankly easier to deal with, and it doesn't require you to change things at that really super high level. Okay. Now, you should generally only use this with secure HTTP requests, and generally speaking, anytime you have any kind of authenticated access, that should be the case. Okay. Now, when you generate it, what's really cool about this is that you're going to have a period that it's going to be valid. You specify a start time and you specify an expiry time, and nothing else. It's fun to say expiry. Okay, but that makes sense. But the other thing that's pretty cool, it actually is granular in terms of the permission levels that it's going to give you. You can see that you've got your basic permission levels, read, write, delete. You also have list or none, which obviously then you don't have any access. But that's what the shared access signature does for you, is it gives you this ability to connect to and use, again, at a potentially very granular level, your stored assets.